My name's Dustin Phillips, and I'm here with another guitar tidbit.
So ingrained in there that you can have a conversation while doing it, you can jump around and sing, do all that, but you can also focus on not what you're saying with your hand, but how you say it with the notes within the hand, right? Okay, so once you have that down, I want you to go on YouTube and just find a backing track in the key of A minor and just play it. So, you hear that? Right? So we're plugged in the correct spot. So now we're going to play the scale. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1. You see, I can do it like that because it's in there. You know, I can close my eyes and see the scale and write it down. That's the point you got to get to. So now you have this. What do you do with it? Well, I'm going to kind of show you. Because it's not. So you have the skill here. Now you have to build the skill of applying it to real-world situations. Because that in itself is, there are many skills and aspects required to play the lead guitar, and one of them is playing with other people. Not necessarily playing with other people, but being able to get an external time beat, fall into that time beat, figure out what the music's asking for, and then give it to the music. It may sound like crazy foo-foo words right now, but the more scales you learn, the more you'll see that, because it's all about formulas and all this stuff. The rabbit holes go deep. Alright, so we have the scale. Right? One thing I like to do personally, so I have a 1, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. So that right there. That 3 right there. And now 1, it's an octave. It's the beginning and ending of a scale. So within this, I can mess around with all those. So I can go. Hit it one time and get like a roll with it. And just hit that twice and put some vibrato on it, right? So what I'm doing there, how I get that effect at the end, is I'm going hammer on, hammer on, hammer on, and then I hit it again. So it sounds like, because that first one I'm going a hammer on, no vibrato, then I hit it and I give a vibrato after the fact, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like a period or like a exclamation point. Like that's how I personally conceptualize vibrato and trill and bends and stuff like that. They're like punctuation at the end of the sentence. So now you have what you want to say, and now you have punctuation. Like, and then what we can do is we can go from this 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. You can pull off. Go backwards. If we listen, I'm just going to do it to the beat of the music. And could you hear how the music was kind of calling for that? I could have done different things, but in that situation, because every instrument has room. You know what I mean? And you got to make sure that what you're doing isn't, for lack of a better term, stepping on somebody else's toes. So you got to learn that everybody, it depends on what situation you're in. If you're in a situation where you don't know anybody, you all just jamming at a free jam, you know what I mean? You got to be aware of the definite roots of those instruments and their position and their space. Now, whenever you get together with other people and you start playing with those people, you get to know those people and they become more relaxed with you, and the progress level steps up because they're willing to take further risks. And then you have a lot more room to do so because you know how the reaction will go, right? So a big thing about this is doing this with other people. You know, you can do all the work that you want to do on the guitar, but until you get out there and play with other people, that's when the real work starts. A good segue into that is backing tracks on YouTube. I just throw it on random, you know, and just have backing track after backing track play. And when I hear it, I find the key, I plug in what the music calls for, and that's how I practice. You know, I'll play my scales doing that, and then I'll move over to just having fun and doing stuff like that. So that's a basic breakdown of the first scale. And now what I'm going to do is I'll put out another video of me, because I gave you something to do here. Let me give you one more thing. So we go 1, 4, 1, 2. Has some attitude to it, right? So gives it more attitude. So now it can go right, 1, 4. Now it can go. What I'm doing is I'm going 1, 4, hammer on pull off for 1, 2. Then I'm palm muting this 4 right. So it's because with that much attitude, in that we call it an interval. You go. If I were to go. There's still a lot of untapped energy there, right? So I can go. You see the difference? Just that little bit of thing can kind of change. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. So now we have the. Next video, we'll focus more on the bottom 3 strings, right? So now you should try to conceptualize this idea of this is a mode. Think of the scale as all the modes put together forms the scale, right? Think of like however you want to conceptualize this idea in your head. Now the modes are inside the scales, right? Now, the modes are scales, the scales aren't modes. It probably doesn't make any sense right now, but the more you look at it, just from my perception, that's kind of how I view it. That's what it's all about. You start building this framework in your head. It doesn't matter if how you think of it is right or wrong. If you're putting in the work and you're getting the results, it's valid, right? So begin to build this idea of what are these scales, and throw away associations to words and stuff like that, like mode, scales, like all these weird things. You have to erase all preconceived notion of words that are presented to you from the music theory stuff. If that makes any sense. So if you have any questions or comments, just put a timestamp and leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you.